Maybe. Okay, it's happening. Well, welcome to Yangi's first vlog. Let's see. I don't even know what this is about. What is this gonna be about? I'm in here in the car with Jared, my friend, my good buddy here.
Ahoy.
We are heading toward Forested,
yeah. Forested LLC, owned by Lincoln Smith.
Lincoln Smith, and this is an urban perennial permaculture setup in, you said, Bowie, Maryland.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's semi-urban. It's more rural. It actually used to be an old tobacco field that has been converted into 10-acre forest garden. I think it's in its 6th year or longer.
6th year. Okay. So in plant years, that's like 6th year, but it's. Let's do some funny YouTube isms. Such as asking random questions to the viewers and making them comment on the bottom. What do you think? Is 6 years still a short time of years for trees? Or do you think trees feel like it's more like elephant years for trees? So all these white flowers with leaves coming out right now from that we can see next to the highways and roads in Maryland here. It's mostly Bradford pear. Yeah, here's a bunch right there.
Beautiful trees, huh?
Yeah, they can be. And many people say they hate them. Many say they smell bad.
They have an odd scent with the flower, don't they?
Many say they smell like sperm.
I've heard people say that, and I've never experienced sperm to smell like that.
Maybe you haven't smelled enough sperms.
This is potentially true.
When is enough sperm smell, huh?
That's a super subjective question.
It is very subjective.
Could have a massive pear cidery happening just from all those pear trees.
Except those pears are the kind that only yields like a tiny little, not even a size of, maybe a size of pinball or smaller.
Some of them get that big though.
Some of them get that big?
Yeah. And they all contain sugar, so you get a barrel full of them and that's still a lot of sugar. But beyond that, they can be grafted, The big old juicy pears on there.
That's completely possible. That it's very tasty because we think in our minds and in our communication, Bradford pear is one monolithic thing, and nature tells us otherwise.
Sure, it's got its own range of genetics and size and shape and sweetness and tannins and all that.
Yeah, and they're all hybridizing with whatever else that's around, and also just mutating. Nature is pretty amazing.
Actually, most of the pear trees that are at Forested have are Bradford pears that have been grafted onto. So they grafted Asian pear and Pearson or some other variety of pear onto it.
That's neat.
Yeah.
And I hear it smells differently depending on the stuff you eat.
Sure, and just who the person is, I imagine.
Who the person is, sure.
All that genetic variation in sperm smells.
Genetic variation. I wonder what kind of genetic variation people would watch this vlog. Do you know?
Comment in the box.
Comment below. Let us know. Let's talk about birds then. Do different birds have different, I guess murder crow Versus what penguins are like what?
I don't know what penguins are, but like turkeys are a flock.
Flock.
Of turkeys.
Okay, so it's completely possible for trees to, specific trees to have specific. It's probably a kind of based on how they were planted, or maybe how they are grown naturally.
Yeah.
On a landscape.
So maybe less about the species and more about the.
Because they're not really mobile. Trees aren't really mobile in this universe, anyways. I have to make all these specifics because people move trees all the time.
And trees move too,
With seeds.
Sure. Seeds and the way that the ground shifts, and who knows, maybe they inch around through the soil.
Yeah. Rhizomatic sideways spreading, horizontal spreading. Let me do this again. This is it. Nice suburb looking place.
Something's flowering and smells good.
Well, the birds are chirping, sun is shining. So the name is Forested.
Forested, yeah. This is the old tobacco field that still gets farmed.
Here's the forest garden. It looks nice. It's like what, 8 feet tall for deer?
Yeah.
Deer fencing.
So
Wow.
this is it. This is the holly we came after.
Okay. What's so special about this holly?
Youpon Holly is Ilex vomitorium. Looks like he's already trying to air prune it. Repping soil into some bags so that it'll self-root, and he can just clip and put that rooting right into the ground.
Propagate this one tree into several trees.
Yeah. But this is Ilex vomitorium, so we're gonna...
Vomitoria, I think.
Vomitoria? Nice. And we're gonna graft it onto American holly, see if it'll take.
Oh.
Have you drank this much? Because this has like caffeine and some other interesting herbal properties.
Yeah, it's I haven't had any to drink myself.
So yeah, this is it. Ilex vomitoria, shadows female.
Oh, that's great. That's I did some research. That's the kind that is really cold hardy.
Oh, cool.
So there's some history of this before colonization. The American Indian tribes traded this Youpon Holly, where they have records of Youpon Holly growing way north of its natural habitat. Its natural habitats like north up to the coastal regions of Virginia or something, and all because it's a really unique property. The only tree or plant that has caffeine that's native in North America.
Is it really?
I think so.
Wow. I thought there was another plant.
Do you know there's another plant? Please comment below. Why is it called vomitoria?
I don't know the exact story, but I heard that it was called vomitoria because they wanted to ensure that tea plantations and the tea business was maintaining its profits. And so they named it vomitorium to discourage people from drinking it. That's the story that I heard.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Information wars, folks. Information wars. It's always been there. We're just getting more of the bullshit. The genus is Ilex. Is that how I pronounce it?
That's how I pronounce it. Ilex, yeah.
Ilex. It's holly tree. Ilex. You may have heard of yerba mate. Yerba mate. Yerba mate. I have several layers of accents, so I don't know. English is my third language. Yerba mate is also an ilex.
Is it really?
Yes, it's in ilex genus, and that's in southern and central, maybe also Americas.
I had no idea that was ilex. That's really cool.
Yeah, I think Youpon Holly has tastier taste.
Really?
At least milder taste. I hadn't had much of it other than chew it.
I have some roasted at home. We should try.
Okay. So, yeah, it tastes well. The tasty part's supposed to be the new growth, I guess. Tastes kind of sour, kind of bitter, a little bit sour, not that sour. And the new growth, usually it's less bitter, more tender, right? It should be pretty comparable to a normal tea.
Camellia sinensis.
Yeah, Camellia sinensis. Well, the Youpon Holly should taste pretty much like that, more or less. Whereas the yerba mate tastes a little bit more. What would you describe that? A little more planty.
Yeah, more like fresh green.
Yeah,
Taste.
more grass tasting. Yeah. So you got a bunch of
Yeah, that's like half a dozen cuttings.
Mhm.
So let's see if we can graft some of this. Maybe try and root a couple too.
Yeah. Root and graft to the normal holly tree.
American holly.
Yeah. I wonder what my YouTube channel name should be. I guess it should be what's what I'm about. What the channel is about, anyways.
That's a good start. That's a good idea.
Hey YouTubers, thank you for watching my very first YouTube video. This is Slomo, aka Yangi. I will see you later.